All right, so this is gonna be like a 2-in-1 because I didn't record any of the coilovers, so I'm gonna try to give you all the best guide as possible. Because when I looked on YouTube, I couldn't find any guides about coilovers, just people installing them. So we're gonna do coilover tutorial and lowering spring tutorial in this video for any of y'all, because I did not find any on YouTube. So I got y'all for Saabs. So obviously, I put the coilovers in the black car already. Y'all can see it on this side of the garage. On the black car already. So I'm gonna try to go over it with y'all, but they're already installed. So the stock suspension from the black car is right here. The suspension from the silver car is blown. And I'm gonna put the lowering springs on here, and these are gonna go in the silver car. So yeah, I'm not gonna show you how to take it off right now. It's gonna start off by putting those on there. We got some cheap $20 spring compressors to compress the spring and take it off. I'll kind of show you how to do it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's a tutorial video, so I'll show you. Alright, so once you get your spring compressed, I mean, you can, whatever you have to compress your springs, it doesn't matter. I just have these cheap ones that Mason got, and so we all been using them. I take a impact to one side and a wrench to the other, and it makes it quick. So if you have to do this by hand, which we did on the BMW and on the Mustang, we just did it by hand, it'll work the same. And after that, after you get this, then you have to get this nut loosened. I'm currently trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna use that and go for it, but I'll get back to you. All right, so I'm just gonna sit that right there. Damn, low-key need the spring compressed on it a little bit. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna recompress the spring onto this so that way it has some backup so this doesn't spin, and hopefully I can get this nut off. Alright, so I didn't uncompress it. I ended up just hitting it with this, and it slowly comes off, but it does come out, so it's off. Yeah, you just keep going at it and it'll come off. I'm sure there's another way to do it, but I'm not a fucking expert, so take this off, take the spring off, slap new lowering spring on it. Alright, so after an hour of bullshitting, we got the car in here, we're jacking it up. This is my first time jacking it up from this point. I'll show you in a second. I guess I am making this video for Saab guys. So I'll show you in a second where I jack it up from. My headache feels better. It still hurts. Alright, so once you get the car in, you want to take off these first two, this bolt and this bolt. We're using a 3/4. I think you can actually use like an 18 on this, but we don't have an 18. Don't quote me on that. That could be wrong. But yeah, you also have to get this piece out right here. So this piece right here, it's gonna be like that. So you need to slide. You put your pliers on. It's not here, but this piece right here will be right there. You need to put your pliers on it, and it'll pull straight out. And this bottom one, right here on the bottom, you can just pull it straight out. There's nothing restricting it. You just pull it straight out. And then once you get those two, that out, come up here, take this off. I put a jack on the bottom. These are hard to get out. I hammered them on the other side. So yeah, you're just gonna hammer this out. This part I really can't give you any advice. You just gotta figure it out. Honestly, you just gotta hit it out. Find a way, get a way to where this is jacked up or down, and get that out. Once you get these out, you come over here and you get these 3 bolts out. Once you get these 3 bolts out, the whole assembly comes out. That's pretty easy. And then once you get it out on the ground, also make sure you have the right strut if you are doing struts, because I got confused and scared because I thought this, basically I got them flipped up and I got kind of scared, so I got the wrong shocks. But then you put it in here, start up here. I got these all tightened down. I got those 2 bolts in. I'm about to get this back in there and put these wires back in, and that's it. I mean, that's pretty simple. That's how you do this side. And I'll show you how to do the back after. And then if y'all have any more questions, just kind of drop them in the comments or whatever. I started recording. I'm so sorry. So basically, once you get the spring on, I told you how to take it apart. You put it back in, and you just do a reverse of everything you just did. You put it in. I put the top nuts in and then screw them in all the way just a little bit just to keep it hanging there for support. Then you got to fight the bottom two that go in the bottom of the strut. Fight those two, get those in, put the nut on. The bolt's not gonna go all the way in, okay? It's gonna have a little gap, so don't freak out about getting the bolt all the way in. Then you screw the nut on, and you'll worry about that later. Once you get those in place, the top in place, you wanna get your end link in. That's how I do. I put the end link in next, put the nut on. Don't tighten any of it. Once I get that in, then I take the impact, get the bolt. And I know the lines are gonna be in the way. You're gonna have to fight with the impact to get it in there. You screw down the bolts, and when you screw the bolts down, it'll suck, or the nuts down. When you screw in the nut, it'll suck the bolt together, and it'll all come together. So that's why you don't have to worry about sticking it all the way through. Get the two bottom, then you get the top, you get the end link. Bro, I'm a YouTuber, bro.
You did not just set up the camera.
I needed to use both hands, and y'all are there bullshitting.
Go ahead and unsubscribe. This is a loser.
And then you want to get the end link tightened in, then you do the top three, and you're good. Then you put your wheel back on. Anyways, so after that, the fitment, it's gonna look similar to this. These are the Megan Race. Okay, I lied. This is a little high. It's gonna. Here, let me show you on this car. It's gonna look similar to this actually. The lowering spring. These are on coilovers, and the other cars on lowering springs. But it looks similar to this with the Megan Racing. So, yeah, we're doing the backs right now. So I'm gonna try to film and actually get you all those content for that. Mason's selling his car. We're gonna go do that in a little bit, but that's in a different vlog. So okay, so I jacked it up. I don't know exactly if that's necessary, but I do it because I like to be safe. So you take these three bolts out from there. These are 11 millimeter. Yeah, right there, 11. These are 11 millimeter bolts. I have a big impact. If you don't have it, I don't know how hard that's gonna be to get out, but I have a big impact, so I don't have to worry about that. So take these three out, and then you go to the bottom and take this this bolt in the back of the strut. I don't know the technical strut, whatever. The suspension fucking thing, the shock. And then there's a bolt in the back. I think it's a 14. So yeah, the back bolt is a 16. So 16. Then you're gonna take that out. Shock is out. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If this is your first time and you putting the suspension on, this piece right here, I would recommend buying 2 of them. I got them off of Saab part. I think they're about like $31 for each. I would get 2 new of them, two new one of those, just because if they're worn out, you don't want to put those back in. You might as well just buy new ones before you do this job. You may or may not want to get new hardware. My hardware seems to be okay. I know some people's isn't, but I mean, like, yeah, mine, they look pretty fine. I mean, obviously they're old, but the threads are all there. There's not much trash in it, so I don't really need new hardware. But if you want to buy a new hardware, you can. And then, yeah, really, that's really all you need. Next thing you gotta do, if you are reusing these for whatever reason, you want to take this nut off, and you'll have to put it back up here, or put a socket on this and hold a wrench there, and then spin it off. But I'm not reusing these. I'm getting rid of these, and I have the other shocks here. These are the shocks here, and I have the new piece in this box. So yeah, this is a new piece. New, old. It doesn't look very worn, but it is old, so I just replace it anyways. I already have a nut on here to use to replace here. Oh, and another big thing is for the spring right there, there's supposed to be a boot under it. You can't see mine. That's because it's gone. It's completely dry rotted. So on Saab for $50, you can pick you up a set of these new boots, and they're gonna go into your spring. So yeah, you definitely need these because 99% chance that yours are dry rotted. So you're gonna need a set of those. If you don't get these, you need these. So.
What you mean, nigga?
So you want to get this bolt off next from the control arm. This is a 14 right here. So yeah, take that off. So yeah, get this out. I forgot you actually need to hold a backup on this nut. It's on the other side. It goes here. I just got a wrench. And so yeah, now it's out. Then you let the jack down, and this will come down with it. So usually what I do is I get a screwdriver and just put a pry in there. put a screwdriver in this little gap right here, and you hit it in, and it'll separate this. All right, so in between here, I stuck the screwdriver in. There's a pry right there. I got the hammer and hit it, and it just came down. So next thing you want to do is push down this more and pull that spring out. So spring, yeah, I put one shoe on to kick it down, but so yeah, this is your old boot. I'm gonna see if I can get it out. And it's fucking, I mean, it's fucking gone, dude. This got nothing. This got no life left in it, so that's why you gotta buy a new one. Like I said, 99% of Saabs are gonna have this issue because it's so old. So yeah, just buy a new boot. It makes it easier. So next, we're gonna put that spring and just put it in here. All right, spring is in. Next thing I need to do is get the jack, put it here, jack this up, put that back in. We're gonna replace this, or you have a new strut like I do, and you're gonna put a new piece on there. What I'm gonna do is, so this right here, I'm pretty sure, could be wrong, I think this is a 1/4 inch. I was wrong. I think it's a 5/16 inch. I was wrong. Let's go with an 8. Not it. We're going with a 7. Right word. A 7. So we're going with a 7mm. Put that here. Then you're gonna give your wrench crescent 10 inch. We done.
Bro got shoes and socks on. One with no shoes, no socks.
Well, our impact is currently charging, so we're going with the old school method. Since you're gonna be tightening this nut, you're gonna be loosening the top one, so it's gonna be lefty tighty. If your impact gun isn't dead, it would be a lot easier like that. Final result right here. Now you can go put it in the car. I'm actually gonna torque this down as soon as that's finished charging, but y'all not gonna see that, so we'll see you when we put it back in. What's up, world's best YouTuber? It's like a recording, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. We'll see you when we put the rear suspension in. I put it in 2 weeks ago. I'll give you the summary of what I did. So here's there's a spider on there right there. It's not doing nothing, we'll leave it. So you get this, right? You put it in. The first ones I did were the top 3. I put that top one right there, that's a full circle. I put that bolt in first, and I get the bolt centered up with it. I make the bolt even all the way around that circle. And those other 2, I don't tighten any of those. I just snug them in, by the way. Then you go to this bottom part right here, get that bolt in, put that bolt in. You have the jack. God damn, I need to get my hair cut. You put this bottom bolt in, and you have a jack under it this whole time. So that way you can move it up and down, because obviously you're not going to use your arms. The spring should already be in there, because I think I went over that in the video. The spring should already be in there. This is the last thing you put in. So this bolt, that bolt. Yeah, once you get it lined up how you want it, you just tighten those 3 down and tighten that bottom one down, and you're done. That's really it. I mean, it's really simple. I used to think suspension was complicated. I don't know if y'all watching this think suspension is complicated, but after doing it twice, it's not that bad. It really isn't. I know probably no one needs any of it, but if you need some springs, I have 8. The suspension here is blown, but if y'all are desperate and someone needs aero suspension for whatever reason, it's blown, but you can have it. I'll sell this blown suspension for $50. Each spring's gonna be $25. Again, if for whatever reason some of y'all need that. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of this amazing tutorial that was very in depth. And that if y'all have any questions, my Instagram is down below. Saab guys, mainly for y'all. If y'all have any questions about it, something that y'all missed, or you need something, I don't know, whatever y'all need, DM me. I answer all DMs. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you on the next one.
Live your life like we die when the world ends. It's alright every time we fucking break it.